Seattle Seahawks, tough loss against the Los Angeles Rams. Going into the Detroit Lions, who had a big win against KC. They're riding on the highest of trains right now with that win there on Thursday Night Football. Um, they're a 5-point favorite here at home, and I like it. I mean, you saw what the defense and Aaron Donald did, and everybody heard Geno Smith yelling "Oh my God" in that video when Aaron Donald's running full speed at him.
Yeah.
Now you got multiple guys on that defensive line. And he's kind of the only one there on that D line, right? And don't get me wrong, that dude's an animal. But now you got Aiden Hutchinson, a couple other big name dudes there on that front line that are going to be coming at you just as fast as Aaron Donald. They're not going to be as strong as him, but they're coming at you fast. And that Seattle O line looked very spotty, and he did not have time to throw. He was not the same Geno we saw. It was the more like the Geno we expected last year. So
Yeah.
I hate to say that, but I like the Detroit Lions here. They're good. They're a good team, good offensive line. Their run game. Please give us some more Gibbs, because not that David Montgomery was bad, but Gibbs I think looked better, and they only gave him the 8 touches there at the beginning of the game, and then you ran full speed with Montgomery. But again, Amon-Ra St. Brown's an animal, great route runner.
Oh.
And you need that man to be open. Hey, guess what? He's open across the middle. So I like Detroit Lions here.
Yeah, man. I was bumping in the walls last year. I was so high on Seattle, man. And Detroit as well. Detroit was another team that I was just so fixated on because I just love the culture and love what's going on over there. Love the coach. Some people do, some people don't. I'm really high on Detroit here. So for that, I think that they're going to stifle Seattle's road to trying to bounce back from this dismal performance that they had against the Rams, who showed up and showed out. Really young team. Congratulations for the Rams, because they definitely played above anybody's expectations, probably other than their own. So shout out to the Rams for getting that dub. But I got to take Detroit here. The two things that I said that they were very, very terrible at a season ago is exactly what they were very successful at playing last week, with Branch getting an interception, run back for a touchdown, CJ Gardner-Johnson getting interceptions now. They're going to make you think about throwing deep on them now. You're going to have to respect going deep on the Lions, which a season ago you didn't have to. You just threw it up, and for some reason, some way, somehow, your guy came down with it. And Detroit just hands in the air. What happened? I don't know. Were we supposed to pass cover on that play? Think we were, but they're doing it top notch at a Pro Bowl level week 1. I expect it to continue on week 2. I see Seattle trying to struggle heavy and hard against Detroit here. I think the Lions come out and pounce, taking Detroit. How about you, Char?
Two of the teams that I wasn't ready to sign off on yet: the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions. Seattle, I'm still holding the pin up in the air after last week. And Detroit, I'm starting to write my name on it. I'm not completely sold. I'm not going to be, just head over heels in love with the fact that they beat KC minus Kelsey minus Jones last week. It was impressive. It was impressive. I was impressed with the onslaught that Aiden Hutchinson was providing off the D line. And I was impressed that they were able to go in there and control the line of scrimmage on both sides. I think that is the deciding factor in this game as well. The Seahawks, no pressure on Matthew Stafford last week. It led to 2 wide receivers that are probably, one's a rookie, one's a 3 at best, and Tutu Atwell, who I like, but both of them got 100 yards receiving. Matthew Stafford looked like a stud again last week. Third or fourth leading quarterback, passing wise last week. And they got absolutely dogged at home by the Rams. That's not the way you want to get things kicked off. They also lost both of their tackles. For how long, I'm not sure yet. But both of the bookends on Seattle are going to be missing. The Rams were able to get to him and sack Geno Smith twice with, I think, like 6 hurries. I think this Detroit Lions defensive line is going to get there early and often. But on the flip side, we talked about the secondary. I'm not completely sold on the secondary just because of the fact that KC was missing its main weapon last week and guarding those wide receivers. As we saw, even when they were open, they were dropping the ball. That interception should have been a catch all the way through. But you do, opportunistic, you run it back for 6. It looks great on paper, but should have been a catch there. So I think Seattle's going to test the secondary a little bit more. I think they will find some success, but I think at the end of the day, the Lions are the better team here on both sides of the ball, and it's going to come down to the trenches, and they should dominate both sides of the field, in my opinion. So I'll take the Lions. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I take the over. I don't know if I drop the 5 or 6 points, though. I think it could be a little closer. Could be a little closer.
Be a little closer. It's not one you betting on. All right, though.